Okay.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Welcome back to Beyond Bourbon. It feels amazing to be back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Really do appreciate you guys sticking around for our, how long's it been?
Over a month.
Month and a half. I know it was unexpected. It was unexpected for us as well. Honestly, we didn't know last time we were filming was going to be that time.
Nope.
We're going to have this break. Honestly, that was very much needed for both of us to kind of take a step back and get back to our roots of what we wanted this channel to be. It's been a little less than a year, and the last month, 2 months before our break kind of felt more like a job. It wasn't ever what we intended it to be. It honestly just wasn't as fun anymore.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't as fun. We would come in here and we would try to film as much as possible. Whatever we thought would, garner the most views. Never necessarily what we wanted to do. So we wanted to take it back to its roots, film what we want to film, and film what you guys want us to film. So I want you guys to help us out.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see.
Leave a
Because
comment.
if you guys are telling us to do something, that's going to motivate us to do it, right?
very
Not
much
us
so.
just like coming here and just like thinking as hard as we can. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much easier when you guys just help us out. And again, thank you for giving us our time to reset, restart. We're gonna come back better than ever. We're gonna just be some changes around here, hopefully, but it's all for the better, and I'm excited for it.
I think that's a great way to say it.
Yeah.
I think what we are going to do going forward is what we want to do and what you want to do, and we're gonna have fun doing it.
We're gonna have fun doing it.
We're not gonna do any kind of videos that we don't want to do because of other people or nonsense.
No.
This is us. We want Beyond Bourbon to be what we do by ourselves, but on video, and it became not that at the end. And so now we're back, and this is what we talk about. Our conversation, especially for this video that you're gonna see, this is what we talk about all the time. Texting, whatever, this is us. So first video back, we really thought that we would, kind of stir the pot a little. We're gonna do whiskeys that let us down. Some of these things that we were very excited to try, some of them we spent a lot of money for. And they did not meet our expectation whatsoever. And so it's not that we don't like them, some of them we don't like at all. It's just that we had either high expectations, too high expectations, or they just were mediocre for the price. So first one, I'll go ahead and start. I'm gonna do probably the cheapest bottle I have on the list. This is Ancient Age. This is normal Ancient Age. I know there's a couple different variations out there with 10 star or whatever the nonsense is. But
Stupid name.
yeah,
So dumb.
I know. But anyways, how often do you hear, this is Blandton's, but it's the same thing, just different bottle. And we aren't Blandton's fans. You might see that later in the video. But this is so much worse than Blandton's. It's crazy.
It's not even close.
It tastes like bottom shelf. You can easily tell. We put this on bottom shelf video, and Jared knew immediately it was not that good. Neither of us liked it. He blinded it, so that should have been the most clear indication that it had a chance, and it was not good.
Now on all these, it's just stuff that we had higher expectations and it didn't meet it. This one for me definitely did not meet it. This gets clickbait views on other people's videos.
I know.
I'm like, who's clicking on that? This stuff's trash.
I can't, you can tell, I think we drank that
That's a couple of months.
literally just from bottom shelf.
Yeah.
And that was the last time we opened it.
And we put it on a shelf, people will like it, but
Yeah.
I don't like this product, honestly.
Yeah, not good. What's your first one?
Speaking of Blandton's,
Oh man.
I'm gonna get this one out of the way. This is Blandton's. So if you're like me, you've seen this bottle on thumbnails, on YouTube, on people's shelves, and
Everywhere.
it's treated like the holy grail of bourbon.
Yeah.
If you find one on the shelves, you just made yourself 500. You know what I mean? People just treat it like it's something obscene and the craziest thing ever. It's only 93 proof. It's a single barrel, so I guess some can be really good, but I've never really had one that blew me away. I mean, it's a good product. I don't dislike Blandtons. I would drink Blandtons.
Yeah.
And it looks cool on the shelf if you want to collect them, but I'm not a huge collector of bourbon per se. And the amount of hype and overpriced bottles I've seen, people price gouging people, I just don't feel like it's worth it. And when I finally did get to try it and did get to own a bottle of it, I was kind of like, is that it?
Yeah, it really leaves you wanting more. And I've never turned away a pour of Blandtons. I'll never turn away a free bottle or even a bottle of retail. But, now that retail is going up and up and up, I'm starting to turn away. But still, it's good. But like Jared said, this is like when people first get into bourbon, oh, you have Blandtons? Have you have Blandtons? Have you seen Blandtons?
Yeah, dude, I mean, I could like sell this to some poor soul for $300, and they'd be like, "You're so cool." It's trash. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not trash, but it's not that much better than this one.
Yeah.
And this one's not that good.
That one's terrible. This is bad.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it.
So next, I'm gonna go my least favorite, probably distillery, especially in Kentucky. That's a big distillery. We have others that are not. Jared knows what's coming. This is Old Forester 1920.
How many people have clicked off at this point?
Yeah. This bottle represents a lot, basically the whole Whiskey Row series of Old Forester. 19, or what's the new one? 1910? 1924?
1924 is the new one.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's how rusty we are. But anyways, that one's okay. It's better than okay. Not worth the money in my opinion, but still good. This is not worth 1910, 1920. None of those to me are worth the money or good. Like this one drinks way above its proof, especially for 115 proof. It drinks like 145 to me, and it has a sour cough syrup cherry note that I get on most Old Forester products. There's a few exceptions with we have a single barrel strength that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Still not as good as other distillers. I just don't like Old Forester, and this is one of those mid-range bottles that everyone's like, if you've not had Whiskey Row, you've not had 1910, you've not had 20, then you're missing out. This beats Rare Breed. If you think this beats Rare Breed,
insane.
like leave, please.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not good. And I know you're probably just saying, well, you drink my bottle. Well, yes, it's still.
This was one of the second bottles probably the second bottle I ever owned.
Yeah, honestly,
Super excited, and I think I liked it at the time because I spent money on it.
Yes.
And I go back to it now, I'm like, that was really what the hype was about?
That happens so much with these bottles we got in the beginning, especially, is you kind of rationalize how much money you spend as a beginner bourbon. That's a perfect example.
People with Blantons
Yeah.
all the time. Oh, I love Blantons because they finally got a bottle now.
You rationalize your feelings by how much money you spend. That's not the case. You got to kind of separate the two. Honestly, you got to separate how much you pay for a bottle and the taste. At first, eventually you might be like, I'm not gonna get another bottle of that because I don't want to spend $300 on whiskey that tastes like $100 whiskey, whatever it is. But I think at first you're gonna to separate the two and give an honest review of the whiskey.
Yeah, this is my favorite Old Forester product. This one in particular. And I don't choose it over stuff in the same price range of it. And the prices keep going up. I would choose Rare Breed over this. And I think this is the best value, best one they have on the market. The Bottle and Bond one, it's like $50 for Bottle and Bond. It's stupid. I can go to Heaven Hill and get 20 of them. They're 100% better than the price.
Yeah, it does. There's no reason to do that.
And single barrel strength, it's all right. The cheap ones, oh my gosh. The 100, Old Forester 100, 86 are disgusting.
That's another thing.
They put a bad name to bourbon.
That's what I'm saying. Like this kind of represents Old Forester as a whole. Old Forester 100. That's another one that I got probably one of the first bottles I ever bought you was Old Forester 100, and because I've never seen whiskey. I had never had it. You watch Bourbon Junkies is just the first thing that comes to mind because they always like Old Forester 100, Old Forester 100. It's Bourbon Night, same people, same thing. A lot of bourbon YouTube channels are like, this is so good, this is good, get it for your thing. It sucks.
It sucks. It sucks. And I promise you can find a better 100 proof product out there. If it's your palate, great for you. I just can't get over that palate.
Yeah.
Next up for me, we're gonna keep going. All the hate ones out of the way.
This is 3 Buffalo Trace.
Yes. Benchmark as a whole line, if you watch our channel, you know how we feel about these products. And it's not because we want to hate it. I don't want to hate any bourbon.
No.
But we've tried it blind. We did all of them blind.
Go back and watch that. It was one of our first videos.
One of our first videos.
Probably looks and sounds terrible, but
Yeah, well, probably not much better now. But we did a blind of that. And we did multiple in bottom shelf. And I poured them blind for each other without even knowing what if it was cheap or expensive. And every time I'm like, that's Benchmark.
Yep.
That's gross. The mouthfeel on it is so oily, like gasoline oily though. Not like a rich olive oil or something you want to put in your mouth.
if you have like a 2-stroke engine and like a dirt bike or a weed eater or something,
Yes.
it literally tastes like the oil gas mix that you use. It is awful.
And the reason is, I know you're gonna say, oh, it's super cheap, it's a mixer, whatever. I can come up with a better mixer, I come up with a better cheap bottle, and people put this on a pedestal like it is I said holy grail already, but literally like the holy grail of, high proof stuff, mini stack.
Yeah, how often do you see it? Oh, it's the same thing that's in Stag. It's the same thing that's in George C. Stag. It's the same thing that's in Mash Bill 1, whatever Mash Bill this is. And that's just like not the case. Like,
It's not the case.
You have to understand, aging has to do a large portion of what a whiskey tastes like. Like, that's crazy because you cannot look at Buffalo Trace and say all Mash Bill 1 stuff tastes the same. They don't. Like, why would you offer 45 different offerings of the same Mash Bill?
Exactly.
It doesn't taste the same. There's blending that makes a difference. There's aging that makes a difference. Everything.
Not only that is, don't you think the Stag barrels that they don't love for Stag, what are they going to do with it?
Yeah.
Put it in a benchmark, right? I mean, it's not age as much, but like it's not on the right path.
Correct.
You know what? I don't think this one's going to
off
turn out
flavor
good.
there, yeah.
It's kind of funky. It's kind of oily. Let's throw it in benchmark and blend it with some cheap stuff. That's what happens in bourbon. Like, there's reasons why some of these are high quality and expensive. There's reasons why some things are cheap, and it's because the liquid's cheap inside of it. They wouldn't put actual Stag in a $20 bottle. That wouldn't make any sense.
No, it does not. It's a terrible business plan.
Yeah, it was so much money.
Third one, I want to ease off here a little bit. This is just 95.5 Bullet. So the reason I put this on here, I'm a Bullet fanboy. We both are really.
Yeah, no.
We kind of transitioned into a Bullet fanboys after we got into whiskey a little more. We hated it first. Didn't hate it. We just didn't enjoy it at first like other stuff. Just the normal Bullet. Just spit everywhere. Just the normal Bullet. We have had single barrel strength, normal Bullet, 10-year, the 12-year rye, and in the other one, what's the Blender Select?
All
Pretty
incredible.
much, yeah, pretty much every Bullet product we've had, every Bullet product that's offered, we have really liked.
Incredible.
I mean, barrel strength, I told Jared when we were picking up bottles for this video, I looked at it, I was like, I love this bottle.
So underrated.
This bottle just kind of let me down, and I expected more. It tastes like melons.
It does. It tastes like melons. I think the thing with that one is, it's because the other bullets are so good. It's like, if you just said, oh, it says 95.5 rye, didn't tell me it was Bullet, like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's not very good. It stakes out like a sore thumb compared to the other bullets. It doesn't have the same profile at all.
It doesn't.
Like, it's just a different mash bill. It makes sense, but like,
You taste, there's 95.5 rye that we've had that, when you first hear that, especially when we first tried whiskey, we hated 95.5 rye stuff. There's other 95.5s, man, I've said way too many fives this video, that we've enjoyed. And this just kind of gets back to the things I don't like about 95.5 rye.
For sure. And speaking of Bullet, I think Bullet is better than Bland's, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just driving that point home.
Single barrel,
Yeah.
higher proof, cheaper.
Yep.
Next one.
This is 4-gate. This is the 6-year cask strength limited release private selection by Liquor Barn. This one's a gift.
Toasted, right?
Toasted, yeah. Toasted. It's like, I've seen this bottle in every single, Liquor Barn, Total Wine, any type of store like that. Always. I'm like, I really want to try 4-gate. Well, I was given this as a Christmas gift, super duper stoked to give it.
Yeah.
Someone dished out $200 for me for a gift. I was super, grateful and excited to try it. I tried it with those rose tinted glasses too. I'm like, you know what? It's not bad. I kind of like that. Then I tried it again. I'm like, I'll bias, try it blind. No, it doesn't hit at all. 6 years and toasted, and I would choose Woodford Double Oaked over it. And it's not even close.
Yeah, and what proof is this? 118.9. When Jared first told me he got this bottle for Christmas, I was like, dude, let's go. Because actually, in our first bourbon hunting video, you heard us talking about it. We always want to try 4-gate. We know there's that, like the Kelvin collaboration stuff. We know there's other special releases out there that are supposed to be really good. Any bottle of 4-gate, I've never heard anyone talk bad about it.
No.
And we got this bottle, and that's another one of those things. Is the whiskey bad? No. It's not, like, I would never turn down pour of this.
No.
And I would never turn down a bottle of this at a reasonable price. It's just not worth for what it is and what you hear.
I think we also got unlucky too, because everybody, like you said, everybody loves 4-gate. I think this was the one 4-gate product that it kind of wasn't like the rest. This one probably should be like $80 on retail.
That seems reasonable. A 6-year-old toasted whiskey should not be $200.
No.
Like, that's crazy concept.
Especially when it's sourced or whatever. So it's like, come on. But if it was really good, I was like, maybe so. But it just wasn't as good. It wasn't $200 good. It barely was $60 good, in my opinion. And, kind of let me down. Disappointed on this one. I really do want to try some other 4-gates.
I do too. Yeah, I'm not turning them away forever.
This one is the whole brand.
Yeah.
Whole distillery. This one's just
Pretty much,
this
this is the only bottle
only.
that means a brand. Everything else is kind of this
is-
individual thing.
This is the brand. Well, that's,
Yeah. Next, I'm going to go Electric Egg Toasted. So we first got this bottle beginning the channel before the
Before the channel.
Yeah,
March.
about a year and a couple months ago from now. And we haven't not finished this yet, but it's probably, it's getting towards the end. It's been below half for a while. This bottle we traded for, we were super excited. I was like, we were trying to really decide, because when we get duplicate bottles, I don't even remember, was this E.H. Taylor?
E.H. Taylor, yeah.
E.H. Taylor.
I miss E.H. Taylor.
Yeah.
Such good.
So like, I really wish we would have kept that. But at the time, we had already had E.H. Taylor. I already had another bottle open. We had another backup. So we're like, let's trade it for something we haven't had, because that was when we were first getting into trying a bunch of random stuff. We were going to spring break together, so let's get a good bottle.
Yep.
Electric Egg Toasted. I didn't really see much about this in like YouTube or anything
No,
before. Like no one
under the radar bottle,
exactly.
right.
No one talked bad about it. No one talked good about it.
I watched a couple of reviews when you said you got it, and people were like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I really turned away from toasted products after trying this.
Yeah.
It has this funkiness and this astringency that first time I ever used that word was about this bottle. When I said an astringent bourbon, like that's what comes to my mind right now in the dictionary is this Electric Egg Toasted.
It's something else. We had this one and this one at the same similar time, and again, it was one of the first ones we ever tried. I really wanted to love it.
Yeah.
And we're so excited. Oh, because I was telling mine, I was like, it's marshmallows. I get some of that. I like it a little bit
sweetness.
more.
You get some sweetness.
I like it a little bit more. But the other day, it's pretty low. I took it home with the intention of finishing this bottle. I took a sip and poured it down the sink. Couldn't do it. It literally uncomfortable experience to drink.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's got a few notes I like, but after that, it's like I don't want to go back for another sip.
No,
First sip's fine.
Yeah.
So I sip no more.
It's really not worth it. It's not worth the money.
It's hard to find. It's expensive. It's allocated, and I think again, there's more toasted products out there that I would prefer.
Yeah.
Woodford double oaked would be, and not double, just spread double could be on this list for me.
Yeah. I thought about putting it on here. Double oaked itself is good.
The sponsor of the video.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We've mentioned twice now. But for this bottle, it's just not worth it.
No.
And I hope you guys try it because a lot of people do like it. And that's the case for all of these. We're going to have 10 total. Do not let our opinion sway you from not trying something. Maybe try it at a bar or a friend's house before you go buy a bottle, especially for these more expensive stuff, like the 4-gate or even Blandton's. But for the Electric Egg Toasted, I've seen this more and more lately. It's still a little expensive. Like I would buy other bottles first, but don't let this
not
make
at
you
all.
stray away from it. But I would just be cautious about what you're spending on it, and if you're trading for it, whatever it is.
This isn't us telling you what to stay away from. This is us telling you our experience and our mindset going into buying a couple of bottles and how that might affect, skew your results and if you like it or not. And this is kind of, think about us. Next for me is gonna be Bond and Lillard. And so we did a review of this a few months ago. You found these in a Total Wine, this one in WB Saffel. I was absolutely stoked to try this one for multiple reasons. First off, it's Wild Turkey. And we both love Wild Turkey. It started out like that was our first distillery we really dove into, and this was like one of the last products we hadn't really tried. Just dying to try this. Also, I lived and grew up in Lawrenceburg, where this Bond and Lillard guy was from, maybe Seffel's from. I lived in the house in that bottle, et cetera, a million times. So the connection's there, and I really wanted to try this one, but this one, dude, oh my gosh, it's terrible.
It's so young. It tastes like 2-year-old whiskey.
It tastes like corn whiskey put through a Brita filter.
Yeah.
And then mixed with like Jack Daniels. Like it is just so funky, weird. It doesn't taste like Wild Turkey. It doesn't really taste like bourbon. I don't know what's going on with this. I usually love anything 100 proof. Like automatic 100 proof, like okay, you got me on the proof.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like it. It's hard to drink this one. It really is a tough drink.
We came at you a few times.
And
it tastes the same every time.
It's nothing like terrible, but it's just not a great drink. And it was what, $50?
Yeah, $50 for a 375. So
For a
$100 bottle
$100 bottle.
of not.
look at
hard
the
to find.
color.
$100 bottle.
Look at the color, dude.
Yeah, it looks. As soon as we got
There's
it,
some floating stuff in this one.
even compared to WV Saffel,
It's 7 more proof points. And
yeah,
it's
it's just way darker. It's longer
so
and everything.
definitely a disappointing one. It is a cool one to keep on the shelf. But again, I'm not a collector as much as I am a drinker, and I would not prefer to drink this one.
Correct. My fifth and final one. This is the bottle that's let me down more than any other bottle in history. Probably because it's the second most expensive bottle on this list, and I was hyped to get it. We are Jim Beam fans. I mean, there's not really a distillery we aren't fans of. Old Forester.
Oh, Forster.
But like we are Jim Beam fans. We do like it a lot more than a lot of people. A lot of people disagree, but we do like it. This bottle is Little Book. This is chapter 7. Chapter 7?
I think so.
Yeah, chapter 7. I'll make sure.
This is the flagship of this video.
Yeah.
That's the perfect example of this.
As soon as we started talking about filming this video, I went and picked this bottle up immediately. I was so excited to try this. And first time I had it, I think it was on TikTok Live, I was like, that's not bad. It tastes a little youthy because it has 17-year-old whiskey in it or something like that, right? 17 or 18-year-old whiskey, I don't know if I get it now. And it's still like a small percentage, I'm sure, but still, the youngest whiskey, and it's like 5 years, and it tastes like 3-year-old whiskey. I wasn't a fan of it, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna move on. I've had a bunch of the whiskey tonight, I'm gonna move on. Jared comes over, I think the next day to film, like, hey, let's try this real quick. Last night I wasn't a fan of it, but let's try it again.
Yep.
We both thought the same thing immediately. It smells grainy, it tastes grainy, I just cannot explain. A couple weeks later, we're doing YouTube Live, Jared forced it for the blind. As soon as I smelled it taste, I was like, that's gotta be a Little Book. It tastes so good.
Weird and unique and not in a good way.
Yeah.
I picked a random bottle out of the 100 bottles plus we have in this room. He headshot it instantly once, like off the nose maybe?
Yeah, it was close.
But he picked it out because it's so distinct and not in a good way. It doesn't even taste like a Jim Beam product. It doesn't taste anything related to Booker's. I'm actually a pretty big Booker's fan.
Yeah.
Like this one's grown on me a lot.
We keep hearing this is like the worst Booker's work. We like it.
I'm like,
this is good. This is good.
Booker's pretty good.
Yeah.
This Little Book was just not it.
Yeah.
Not it. I do not want to buy another one.
This is my first bottle that I put on any list I do not recommend to people. It's a Little Book. And we are very much in the minority. Not minority-esque, but a lot of people say Little Book's not worth the money. But a lot of people say Chapter 7 is the best one they've ever had. I cannot imagine something being worse than this.
There's a worse.
Yeah.
Even in the comments below, if you've got any Little Books
Yeah.
other than Chapter 7, and if you've liked it or not, and if it's worse than this one, because maybe we'll try one to see how bad it can be.
Yeah, I would like that too. So fifth and final one for you, Jared.
This one actually isn't something that let me down a whole lot, but this one is going to be Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye. And for me, I love the regular Wild Turkey Rare Breed. If I was going to pick one bottle to always have with me at all times on my shelf, it'd probably be that bottle. That's one bottle that gets a ton of hype. People talk about it all the time,
Yep.
but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Wild Turkey Rare Breed is a phenomenal product. I love the palate, love the price, love the proof, all of it. So excited to try this one. We bought this in a hunting, sort of
You guys saw
hunting
it.
video. Yeah, I'm sure you see that one. And this was the first one I cracked open and poured out of the 10 bottles we came with that haul, and one of the most forgettable ones.
Yeah.
I was, we were getting into rye, it's like a non-chill rye, 112 proof, Wild Turkey, how can this be bad? And I mean, it's not undrinkable bad, but it's pretty not
Not
great.
really going back to it. Every time we put rare breed, normal bourbon rare breed in a video, everyone always leaves a comment, oh, you think that's good, you need the rare breed rye. That's what I would put on my list. I would put rare breed rye on my list. And I'm glad that some people will feel that way. We do not. Rare breed blows this bottle out of the water. I'd honestly rather have rare breed than any of these bottles here, regardless of price, whatever, easily.
For sure.
And that's just not the case for the rye. And this is, again, not a list of worst whiskey we've had. This is a list of a bottle that did not meet expectations. This is a bottle that let us down. And
I'd rather have this bottle,
that's what
which
I'm
is
drinking right now.
a killer 100.
Like 50, 60, $60? 60?
Yeah, basically the same price.
Yeah.
Same
True.
price.
It's cheaper, probably, because that's like 63 or 64.
Yeah, this is almost 70. Yeah, it's like 63
Yeah,
bucks.
because we went there, I was like, whoa, why is this so expensive?
Why is it $15 more?
Yeah.
It's a lot more than the other one. This one's really good, 104 proof, 105 proof.
So much flavor.
So much flavor. It's got bourbon flavors, rye flavors, just tons of flavor. This one just kind of lacks. It's just astringent, and it's probably my least favorite rye product I've had in a while.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments down below which one do you think won this video, and also what will your 5 bottles be of bottles that did not meet your expectations, bottles let you down. I think there's gonna be a long list of people down there.
Please leave your list. We're not just saying that because we're gonna go through and read them all in a video and talk about them and see if we disagree or agree, and we'll shout you out and everything. So please, your engagement would be amazing. Leave your list down below and we will go through them on video. That'd be so fun to see everybody have it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess don't be funny either.
Our reaction videos.
Yeah.
I think when we say leave your comment down below, it's not just to get more subs or more watch time or whatever it may be. It's honestly because we're interested. Like, I am really curious of what you think about me putting 1920 on this list. Are you upset? Are you happy about it? Do you agree? Because I saw Fred Minnick said that Old Forester tasted like cherries or cough cherry to him, and I was like, let's go, because that made me feel good, because I was like, that's someone that I know knows whiskey that feels the same way I do. But like, I'm excited to see whoever it may be, not just Fred Minnick, but any one of you. Please comment down below. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I know it's probably a longer video, and thanks for sticking around for after our break as well. So cheers. We'll see you guys next week.